This is our daily morning show, and from the thumbnail of our morning show, you can see that Cristiano Ronaldo has delivered the league title. Now, it's been a long time. This has been lingering for Ronaldo to lift the Saudi Pro League. So many people have criticized him, even though the young man has actually achieved everything there is to achieve in club football. And some people still question, would I say his ability or his tenacity? But the young man has actually done everything that needs to be done. Normally, it should have been a retirement plan for him in terms of his move to Saudi Arabia. But lots of people still flock in to watch our Nassr games, and the expectations for Cristiano Ronaldo are very, very high. Personally, yesterday watching that match for Al Nassr against Damak, at some point I was not happy because I felt like these younger guys that were playing up front, the likes of Joao Felix, Kingsley Coman, at least they should give more into that game. And I said it during the live watch along yesterday. Joao Felix and Kingsley Coman need to make this job easier for Ronaldo. Ronaldo doesn't have to perform at top level every time because, man, come on, he's 41 years. So he doesn't need to perform at the top level every time. Then these younger players who are still close to their prime or in their prime, they need to deliver. And yeah, he should come on to finish the work for them. But thankfully, Sadio Mane scored a beautiful header yesterday. It was a free header though, but yeah, that header was fantastic. And yeah, we had the free kick. Ronaldo scored 2 goals in that game, by the way. He scored 2 goals. He scored 2 goals in the game. So it was a very, very emotional game for Cristiano Ronaldo. You could see that he was crying. Yeah, he was crying after he scored that. Even when he scored the first goal, he cried a little bit. Then after he scored the second goal, Ronaldo was just pouring out his emotions. It was a tears of joy, by the way, but honestly, the young man deserved it because he's worked really, really hard for it. And I'm very much happy for Cristiano because, boy, like I said, he's done everything there is to do in football in terms of club football. He's achieved a lot, even for his country. He's played in the Euros, he's won the Euros, he's won the Nations League twice. The only trophy left for him to win is the FIFA World Cup, which, in my opinion, I think Portugal are the favourites to win the World Cup this year, 2026. They are the favourites. Yeah, I know France has a very, very good attack. You have other teams like Brazil, Spain, England. I think I'm going to change my stance on England because the squad list I've been hearing in the past couple of hours, it's not been encouraging. Yeah, even though after Portugal I'm supporting England, but the squad list is scary. Not scary in a positive way, but in a negative way. In the sense that there are a couple of players that were left out of the England squad. And I think, yeah, Arnold is out. Arnold has been left out of the World Cup. A couple of players, Cole Palmer, Harry Maguire, Lewis Hall, Morgan Gibbs-White. For Cole Palmer one, I'm not surprised because Cole Palmer hasn't had a good season, right? So Thomas Tuchel leaving him out of the team. I think if you're doing it based on performance so far this season, Reece James should not be on that list. Jude Bellingham should not be on that list. There are a couple of players that are not supposed to be on that list. Lewis Dunk of Brighton and Hove Albion is not supposed to be on that list. But I just hope that Thomas Tuchel delivers, because if he doesn't, yeah, the England fans are so going to drag him that he wouldn't want to stay on that job. But let's see what happens. Anish Khan says spent 400 million euros but still one trophy. Don't take it seriously. But this much money is way very big amount. It's you Messi fans with your propaganda. You guys have been shouting that he's not won the league in Saudi Pro League. Now he has won it. You lot are complaining that lots of money was spent. Lots of money was spent. Arsenal, we actually raving about. Arsenal has spent billions of, I think over £1 billion, and they just won the league title after 22 years. And you are actually complaining about Al Nassr that have not spent what Arsenal spent in this past few years. So come on, man. When a team wins a trophy, you just have to celebrate with them. It's as simple as that. Whether it's your Barcelona or whatever, you just have to celebrate with the team. It's very simple. Falal, welcome back. Nice to have you back. Yeah, Ronaldo has done it for Saudi Pro League Al Nassr, and you can see the engagement, the way people tune in to watch Saudi Pro League Al Nassr specifically because of Ronaldo. And though I don't know how true this is, but some people are saying that Saudi Pro League is one of the most watched leagues in the world recently, like for the past 2-3 years since Ronaldo moved to Saudi Arabia to join Al Nassr. So these are facts that are out there, but lots of people do disrespect Cristiano Ronaldo, and that brother has a great pool. He has a great pool. The Al Nassr coach George Jesus leaves Al Nassr head coach job after winning the Saudi Pro League title. I came here to help Cristiano and this club to win. We did an incredible job all together. Now for me, it's time to go. George Jesus is an experienced manager. He said it himself, his words, not mine. He said he came to Al Nassr to win, to help Cristiano and Al Nassr win the league title. He's delivered on his promise, hence it's time for him to go. So it's a very good way to sign out. Yeah, it's a very, very good way to sign out. And he did an amazing job with Al Nassr. Now looking at Cristiano Ronaldo's trophy, his major trophy cabinet, we have the Champions League. He has 5 Champions Leagues. He has 4 FIFA Club World Cup. He has 3 Premier League titles, 2 UEFA Nations League, 2 La Liga, 2 Serie A, 2 Copa del Rey, 2 League Cup, 2 Spanish Cup, 2 Italian Cup, 2 UEFA Super Cup, 1 Coppa Italia, 1 Portugal Super Cup, 1 FA Cup, 1 Community Shield, 1 UEFA Euros, and 1 Saudi Pro League. So the young man has actually done almost everything there is to do in football. The only trophy that is left for Ronaldo not to win is the FIFA World Cup. That is the only trophy that is missing on his cabinet. Honestly. And I have a very strong feeling that Portugal are going to win it. 100%. This year is Portugal's year to win the FIFA World Cup. So let's see what happens. I know that Portugal has a very, very strong team. Very solid team. Yeah, their attack is not as good as the French one, but Portugal's main strength is their midfield. Yeah, their midfield is their main strength. So let's see how it's going to go for Portugal. But like I was saying earlier, talking about the England World Cup squad list, I think Thomas Tuchel made a couple of mistakes. What? Breaking, according to Fabrizio, Alexander-Arnold has been left out of the World Cup squad. Jed Spence will be selected, reports Paul Joyce. So Jed Spence is going to be selected ahead of Alexander-Arnold. Man, it's crazy. It's crazy. But I want to put up a poll though about Cristiano Ronaldo, guys. The World Cup is coming up on the 12th of June, barely 3 weeks from now. So Ronaldo has finally won the Saudi Pro League that he's been pushing to win. So I'm going to put up a poll in the chat now. Will Ronaldo win the FIFA World Cup? Yeah, I think that's the poll I'm going to put up now, because that is the thing left for the young man to do to complete football. So let me put up the poll up now. Will Cristiano Ronaldo win the World Cup? Yeah, let me put up the poll. Will Cristiano Ronaldo win the World Cup? Yeah, I know lots of Messi fans. Yeah, lots of Messi. In fact, all Messi fans don't like Ronaldo, right? The same way lots of Ronaldo fans don't like Messi. Okay. I've put up the poll, guys. So let me know what your thoughts are. Will Cristiano Ronaldo win the World Cup? He's won the Saudi Pro League with Al Nassr. Lots of people said that wasn't going to come. Yeah, he's done it. So let's see if he can do it in the FIFA World Cup. Yes, that's a bigger test. It's on the world stage, no longer on the Saudi stage. Even though in the Saudi stage, lots of people still connect to watch Al Nassr. But yeah, for the Ronaldo one, let's see what you guys think. Will Ronaldo win the FIFA World Cup? Yeah, 2026. Manchester United says, yes, we won 3-2. Yeah, we won 3-2 against Nottingham Forest. Even though we should have won that game more than that, Brian Mbumo kept missing chances upon chances. It was a crazy game, by the way. Crazy game. Milan Baron says, Luka Modric gonna win. Nah, I don't think that Modric, Croatia are going to go further in the World Cup. Yes, the last two World Cups, they've qualified to the finals. 2008, they played final against France, which they lost. Then in 2022, okay, not two finals actually. In 2022, they were knocked out in the semi-finals. So they've played semi-finals twice, lost one final in 2018. Then in 2022, they lost in the semi-finals. I think they lost to, was it Argentina? I think it was Argentina that they lost to in the semi-finals. So Croatia, I don't think they are going to go very far in the World Cup. But they have a very decent team. No star players per se, but they actually work and play as a team. Chris Mark says, hello brother, do you see the news? Which of the news are you referring to? We are actually talking about different things at the same time. Ronaldo winning the Saudi Pro League with Al Nassr after pushing for that, I think for 3 years now. Then some players who were left out of the England squad list. Yeah, though we don't have the official list fully out, but we know the players that have been left out. And personally, the list I'm seeing on the side of people who are left out of the World Cup, I would say there are 3 that I'm very, very much surprised with, right? Number 1 is Harry Maguire. Number 2 is Lewis Hall. And number 3 is Morgan Gibbs-White. Looking at the season these 3 players have had, I see no reason why Thomas Tuchel will drop these guys. Maguire has had a fantastic season. He's had a better season than Lewis Dunk. Ezri Konsa, you might say, okay, Konsa has still got legs and is still younger. But when it comes to the England national team, Maguire actually has a better performance level in the 3 Lions more than Ezri Konsa. Konsa is just new to the team. And Lewis Hall is a natural left back. I know Nico O'Reilly has been doing fantastic this season for Man City. Fair enough. If Nico O'Reilly can start games for you at left back, no problem. But why will you not go with Lewis Hall? I still do not understand the rationale for that, honestly. And Morgan Gibbs-White, I think when it comes to English midfielders, aside Morgan Rogers, who I think has had a fantastic season, and no one else. Morgan Gibbs-White has had a better season than Jude Bellingham. Right? Morgan Gibbs-White, individual, I'm talking about individual performance. Morgan Gibbs-White has had a better season than Foden. Yeah, Foden wasn't picked. He's had a better season than Cole Palmer. Palmer wasn't picked. Which other England? And there are not any creative midfielders in that England team. None. So I don't know what is Thomas Tuchel's plan in that England national team. I had England as number 2 or 3 when it comes to the list of countries that are the favorites to win the World Cup. But at this point, I think I'm going to take England out of that top 3. England probably might go down to 5th or 6th. In all sincerity. It says Ronaldo scored an amazing free kick. Yeah, Ronaldo scored a fantastic free kick yesterday. Yeah, he scored a fantastic free kick. Even at 41, Ronaldo still scores free kicks that you just do not expect him to score. Yesterday, while I was doing the live watch along, I said, Ronaldo cannot score from this angle. But, boom, the ball went in. I was shocked. Honestly, I was really, really shocked because I was like, how is this 41-year-old man able to score this free kick? It was not like the free kick was like direct to the post, like face to face. It was by the side, by the edge of the 18-yard box. That was where the free kick was, and he scored that. Honestly, I was very, very much surprised that he scored that goal. Sajal Gala says, do you think Bruno will get an assist in the last match? Yes, I think Bruno will be able to get an assist. Yes, Carrick has said that Casemiro will not be available for the Brighton game. He will not be available. I don't know if it's because of the World Cup that it's been decided that Casa will not play. I really do not know, but Carrick said it yesterday in his press conference for the Brighton game that Casemiro will not be available for the Brighton game. So let's see what happens, but I would have loved Benjamin Sesko to play that game, because if Sesko plays, I will be more confident that he will score, because I don't understand what's up with Bryan Mbeumo. I really don't know. The only player that can probably get Bruno that assist record for him to score from is Harry Maguire and Matheus Cunha. But for Ahmad and Bryan Mbeumo, I really don't understand what they are doing recently. Ravan says, Arsenal winning Champions League and Portugal winning World Cup is a poetic ending. I would rather Portugal wins the World Cup, honestly. Yeah, I want Arsenal to win the Champions League, but Portugal winning the World Cup is more important to me than Arsenal winning the Champions League. Chris Mark says, Julian Alvarez may be not coming to Barcelona as everyone was expecting, but the best decision is get Haaland as Robert Lewandowski replacement possible to fill that gap. Now, Barcelona doesn't have the finance to go for such deals. Yeah, they don't have the finance. Even, what's this guy's name? The Inter Milan defender, Bastoni. There were rumors that Barcelona want to sign Bastoni, but the problem has always been the price tag. Barcelona cannot afford to sign him. Not to talk of Julian Alvarez, who will be around 120 or 130 million euros. So, Barcelona cannot afford to sign Alvarez. He's a good choice to have up front for Barcelona, but yeah, Barcelona doesn't have the finance. Barca is still in crisis financially. Barcelona winning the La Liga title will earn 58 million euros. That is less than what Wolves are getting in the Premier League, even though Wolves are to be relegated. So the finance in La Liga is really, really low. Chris Mark says Pep Guardiola will no longer continue at Manchester City, and maybe Haaland also leaving when his contract expires, cause the only reason he joined the team was Pep, cause most players look for a good coach. Haaland still has a very long contract with Man City. I think he has about, let's say, 6 or 7 more years on his contract. Mind you, he signed a new contract. I think that was last season or 2 seasons ago. He signed a very, very long contract. I think an extra 5 or 6 year deal. So Haaland is still going to remain at Man City. Yeah, he's going to continue with Enzo Maresca. Milan Barros says Joao Pedro sacrificed himself for Neymar playing in World Cup. He didn't sacrifice himself. And Ancelotti decided to go with Neymar. But I think it's not even Neymar that I would keep to carry Joao Pedro. I think I would have kept Arsenal's Martinelli, because individually I think Joao Pedro has had a better season than Martinelli. But yeah, the decision still rests on Ancelotti. Prime X says Barca don't have 100 to 200 million euros, but keep dreaming. Yeah, they don't have the finance to go on to sign those players. They don't. They can dream, but they will not be able to do it. Looking at the poll I put out a couple of minutes ago, will Cristiano Ronaldo win the World Cup? 64% said yes, while 36% said no. It's just only 14 votes now, so the votes are still low. So guys, keep voting so we can actually know what your thoughts are about Cristiano Ronaldo winning the World Cup, yes or no. So let me know in the votes, guys. Let me know. The votes are still down. Milton says, Noble, nice to see Bruno get the FWA award. Yes, Bruno deserved it 100%. I think based on this season, he's been the best performer in all the teams. He's equaled Thierry Henry and Kevin De Bruyne's assist record. He's on course to break that record, possibly get 1 assist or 2 against Brighton. But I am predicting 1 assist for him against Brighton. He should have gotten 4 assists against Nottingham Forest over the weekend, but Brian Mbeumo kept missing chances upon chances, and I was really upset with Brian. Yeah, Zexi missed one, Diogo Dalot missed one, but the Dalot one was a bit difficult more than Zexi's. Dogu missed one, so if you count 1 each from Zexi, Dogu, Diogo Dalot, that's 3. Then Brian Mbeumo missed like 4 more. So 4 plus 3 is 7. Plus the one Mbeumo scored 8. So if they can't score from those 8 chances. If they get to score 50% of the goals, it would have been 4 assists for Bruno that day. But those guys kept on missing chances upon chances, and I was really upset with them, honestly. Prime Sip says Rafinha, Vini, Igor, Thiago, Ryan, Neymar. Yeah, that's the attack for Brazil. But you omitted Cunha. Cunha is also in the Brazilian attack. Yeah, I just think that Martinelli, in my opinion, was supposed to be left out, and Joao Pedro should go on, because Joao Pedro had the best season of his career. Scored 20 goals for Chelsea with 6 assists. Yeah, I'm not a Chelsea fan. I don't like Chelsea, but I'm just saying this as a football fan. I've watched Martinelli the whole season, and his impact on the Arsenal team isn't even noticeable. Sergio Gala says, bro, I got injured while playing football while goalkeeping. That means you twisted your arm, because goalkeepers usually have wrist injuries. I remember when I started playing football, at a very young age. I think in my high school period, I was a goalkeeper. Yeah, some games I usually play defense, but I played more as a goalkeeper then, when I was still in my junior high school. And there was a time I got injured. There was a player that played a shot, and my wrist, this part of my wrist, it shifted. That took me out of the post. So I stopped playing as a goalkeeper. I came out to play as a defender. Yeah, because I started football as a goalkeeper. Then later on, I progressed into central defense. Sometimes I can play midfield, but yeah, and right now I prefer to play as a central defender. That's my best position though. So I wish you quick recovery, Sergio Gala, sorry. Will Bayer says, no bro, Spain or France will win the World Cup. There is no chance for Argentina or Portugal. Well, Spain is actually number 2. Yeah. Spain is actually number 2 on my list when it comes to teams in the World Cup who I see as favorites. Portugal still remains my number 1. Spain number 2. And I had England in number 3. But the squad list I'm hearing at this point from the England camp, I'm not confident with that squad list, honestly. I'm not. Because I don't understand why Thomas Tuchel will have to leave Maguire out of the England squad. Leave Lewis Hall out of the England squad. Morgan Gibbs-White, you leave them out of the England squad. Why? Which other creative midfielder do you have in the England squad? And Morgan Gibbs-White has scored about, I think, 14 Premier League. No. I think probably about 15 Premier League goals. And you're leaving him out. Why? Like, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense, honestly. Yes, I can understand Cole Palmer being left out of the squad. Cole Palmer has had his worst season as a footballer. I can understand, what's his name? Arnold. Arnold, for me, has not had a good season with Madrid. He struggled at Madrid. Which other player was left? Phil Foden, yeah. I can understand the decision to leave Phil Foden out. Phil Foden doesn't even start games for Man City. Yes, he won the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup, but he did not play a key role in that. I can understand those omissions, but Maguire, Lewis Hall, Morgan Gibbs-White, honestly, I find that really, really crazy. Falah says Ronaldo will win the league. He's already won it. Travis for Life says Tuchel is an inside agent for Germany. Like, do you get? I really don't understand what's up with Thomas Tuchel. Sincerely, I really don't understand what he's doing, because how can you leave Maguire out after the amazing season he's had, and you are going with Lewis Dunk? Like, I don't understand it. You're going with Lewis Dunk. Maguire is one of the most experienced England internationals. I think it's only Harry Kane and probably Pickford that might have more England caps than Harry Maguire in that team. You're not going with experience. Yes, you went with Jordan Henderson. So why are you going with Henderson? Because Henderson cannot start games for England. He cannot. So you are going with Henderson for that experience, right? So I at this point, I don't think England will go far at the World Cup. I really don't think so. I'm a big England fan. After Portugal, England is my second team. I've said this for months. Even for years, I've always been very, very open with my support for the England national team. But with this rubbish from Thomas Tuchel, I don't have confidence that England is going to do well at the World Cup. Sincerely. Ferguson JK says, trust me, Bayern is getting knocked out of the round of 16 next year. Now, Bayern are definitely going to reinforce. They will reinforce their team. Verny says, no, Goat Maguire is bad. Man, how this man Tuchel won Champions League. It's just surprising for me. Yeah, leaving Maguire out, I think that was the most notable one. Yeah. And he had to go for Jet Spence and he dropped Arnold. Yes, I see. I'm not Arnold's biggest fan. I think there are deficiencies and errors in his game, lapses and loopholes to Arnold's game. But there is something he can give you going forward. There is definitely something Alexander Arnold can give you going forward. And why in the world are you going with Reece James? Reece James has not been fit for most part of the season. You are going with Reece James. Yes, I understand Arnold is also not been fully fit. But why would you opt for Jet Spence? Jet Spence most times doesn't. Oh my god, it's just crazy. Jet Spence that plays for the relegation threatened Tottenham is what you're going for. I just think Thomas Tuchel is making series of mistakes, and these might come back to bite him. Honestly, Velny says Dunk did nothing. Maguire was must, and also Trent. Yeah, Lewis Dunk didn't do anything spectacular this season. He did not. So I don't really understand what Thomas Tuchel is about. Seriously. Amani says hi. Amani, nice to have you on the channel. Amani says, do you think Ronaldo deserves to win the World Cup or not? I think he deserves to win it. And actually, Portugal are my favorites to win the World Cup. I think Portugal have an amazing team. Their defense is solid, not really the best in all the teams available, right? But I think Portugal has a very, very good squad. Very good squad. Their main strength is the midfield. Yeah, I think Portugal has the best midfield in all the teams playing at the World Cup. They have a better midfield than Spain. And Spain, we all know that Spain usually are the best when it comes to midfield play. But Portugal, Vitinha, João Neves, and Bruno Fernandes, these guys are wicked ballers. Ferguson says, I've seen Bayern 7-0 loss and 5-0 loss. Well, I still think that Bayern will do well next season. Yeah, they were knocked out by PSG, rightly so, because the second leg at the Allianz Arena, Bayern were very poor. But the first leg at Parc de France, they played amazing. But coming to their own home, they couldn't deliver. Vernice says, Reece James did no mistake. He has free kick ability, but this Spence guy selected for nothing. Trent played well even after injury. The thing is, Alexander-Arnold and Reece James have some similarities. Yeah, you can say Reece James is a better complete footballer than Arnold, in the sense that James normally can defend properly. Arnold, defense is not his main strength. His main strength is actually going forward or whipping those crosses. Reece James can also cross the ball. But the major problem with Reece James is that he's never fit. Don't be surprised he might be. I'm not wishing him bad. I'm not wishing Reece James bad, because I can't wish such on anybody. But I'm just talking about his injury history. He might get injured maybe before the World Cup even starts, or probably in the first match. He's never fit. So I understand, okay, you want to go with James. Why Jet Spence? I can understand if there is a better right back you are going with. Jet Spence has not been playing well for Spurs. Mind you, Spurs are almost close to getting relegated. They might survive it, but he's not had an amazing season. Anishkan says, no chance you'll be beaten once more 4-1. Yeah, Amani, like I said, Ronaldo for me is very much close to winning the World Cup. Portugal has a good team that can lead them to the World Cup. So let's see what happens. It's just barely 3 weeks, actually. It's barely 3 weeks to the World Cup. So let's see what happens. Fly on the Wall says, Harry Maguire will win World Cup himself 1v11. Omer says, Liverpool. All right, Omer, nice to have you back on. Nice to have you on the channel, because I think it's your first time. Talking about Maguire, I think Maguire is the biggest name on that list that personally I am most shocked about. Sincerely, I am really, really shocked that Harry Maguire was omitted from the England squad, because I don't think there's a better central defender in the England national team now than Harry Maguire. And Harry Maguire, not only should he have been on the list, Harry Maguire normally, looking at the England squad, he should be a starter there. his presence says a lot. He's good on aerial balls, and once it comes to the World Cup, these type of small details are going to be really, really important. He's good on aerial balls, attacking and defending the boxes. He's very good at it. When you need a goal, Maguire can step forward and get you that. And if you need to defend your goal in terms of teams, if you play teams that like to play long balls or corner kicks, he's going to be there to stop them. So it's really crazy. I don't understand what Thomas Tuchel is doing. Sincerely. Yeah, I can understand Cole Palmer being left out. Right? I can understand Phil Foden being left out. But Morgan Gibbs-White, Lewis Hall, Harry Maguire, these three guys, I really don't understand why Thomas Tuchel had to leave them out of the England squad. I think this might come back to bite him. Because if England doesn't do well at the World Cup, lots of people are going to call for the sack of Thomas Tuchel. Yeah, I know he signed a new 3-year deal, right? But come on, man. It's just unacceptable. It's really unacceptable. Guys, let's get the likes up. Let's get the likes up. Our likes are still very much low. Yeah, so let's get it up. And subscribe to the channel if you are new. We've had a couple of new people join the channel this morning. So guys, kindly like the stream if you're new to the channel. Let's get it up. Let's get it up. Real Madrid says, hello my friend, how are you? Glad to see you after a long time. Yeah, it's been a long time, brother. Welcome back. I hope you're doing amazing. Yeah, even though we didn't have a good season this year, Madrid, but yeah, it's nice to have you back after a while. Real Madrid says, congratulations, your Arsenal won the league. Nah, I'm not an Arsenal fan. I'm a Man United fan. And at the same time, I support Madrid. Madrid is actually my second club. Yeah, but I wanted Arsenal to win the league this year instead of Man City. I wanted Arsenal to win it this year instead of City. But yeah, massive congratulations to Arsenal though, because it's not easy for them to win it. Anishkan says, Barcelona will be again revived by La Masia. I think the luck that Barcelona has is that Hansi Flick is doing an amazing job. Yeah, Hansi Flick is doing a fantastic job with Barca. Even with the low budget, he's still winning trophies for them. I think Barcelona spent about 25 or 30 million euros last season. And they won the La Liga title. They won the, I think, is this Super Copa? Yeah, they won the Super Copa. So 2 trophies. Last season he won, was it 3 trophies for them? Copa del Rey, Super Copa and La Liga. So Hansi Flick is doing amazing for FC Barcelona. That's why I'm really happy that Madrid have signed Jose Mourinho, because yeah, Mourinho needed to be in that Madrid dressing room, because stuff's going on there that I do not like. Yeah, players feeling that they are almighty, they can't be touched and all that. It's just crazy. Yeah. Anishkan says, Noble bro, Barca will be again revived by La Masia and Hansi Flick. Yeah, the key factor in Barcelona's resurgence will be Hansi Flick. The man is a top manager. He's doing amazing, honestly. Luis Enrique talking about Pep Guardiola. He said, I can't believe Pep Guardiola is leaving. I can't and I don't want to. He's the best ever, he told Movie Star. Yeah, and Luis Enrique was actually under Pep Guardiola when Pep was managing Barcelona between 2008-2011 period. Enrique was the La Masia coach at that point. Yeah. Yeah, Cole Palmer left out of the World Cup. Decision made by Thomas Tuchel. I think most of these decisions, there are certain players in the England squad that might not like this. Yeah, I think there are certain players that in England squad that might not like this stuff going on. Marcin Kuka says 15 tapping. Kuka, where are you connecting from? Robert the Great One says, one time I smoke. Come on, bro. Velny says, will you stream Lewandowski last match and Salah last match? Salah might not play. Yeah, after that comment he made on Saturday, over the weekend, after the Villa loss, I doubt if Mohamed Salah is going to play for Liverpool at Anfield. I've not yet read what Arne Slot's response is to that. Yeah, I think, let me check what Arne Slot's response is, because I already went live before the press conference came out. Yeah, but I will check it though. If I can see the press conference for Arne Slot, I will read it out. Yeah, I think if I see that, I'll definitely read it out. Arne Slot. Well, let's see. And talking about Lewandowski, I'll do a live watch along for the Lewandowski game. For the Barcelona game. But is it Valencia that Barcelona is playing, or which team exactly is Barcelona playing on the last day? It's on Sunday. I think it's 8 p.m. UK time. I will be doing a live watch along for that. I also will do a live watch along for the Arsenal game, the Tottenham game, and Man United game. So I think that day I'll be doing live watch along for about 4 games: Man United, Arsenal, Tottenham, and probably Liverpool game. Maybe these 4 games are games that I might do live watch along for. Yeah, I'll be combining them at the same time. Travis says, what about Lewis Hall, mate? He's a quality left back that could have started, as Luke Shaw is also out, but Tuchel left him out also. Aside Nico O'Reilly, I don't know the other left back that England is going with. Is it Miles Lewis-Kelly? I really don't know, because I think it's a big mistake from Tuchel to leave Lewis Hall, Morgan Gibbs-White, and Harry Maguire out. I really do think so. But it's his decision. Whatever that comes out of it, he has to face it. It's very simple. He just has to face it. But in my opinion, it's a wrong move from him. It's a wrong move from him. Seriously. Eric Singh says, hi, Eric, welcome back. Real Madrid says, Tottenham got badly cooked this season. My current favorite players, Eric Ten Hag, Goat Anthony, Darwin Núñez, Goat Andre Onana, Harry Maguire, and a slot Nicholas Jackson. That's a weird list of favorites. Aniskan says, at Real Madrid, this all can make your team in 20th position in just a few seconds. Like, it's really crazy, honestly. It is really, really crazy. But well, let's see. Icon Zero says, hi, Icon Zero, nice to have you on the channel. I don't know why England is delaying their list. I think there are still some issues going on behind the scenes. Yeah, I think there are still some issues going on. But let me see. England list. I don't know why the England list is yet to be out, like the official list. They have just been posting snippets. Give us the full list. Okay, let me read out the Portuguese official squad. For goalkeepers, we have Diogo Costa, Rui Silva, Jose Sa, and Ricardo Velno. Then for defenders, we have Matheus Nunes, Diogo Dalot, Nelson Semedo, João Cancelo, Ruben Diaz, Gonzalo Inacio, Thomas Araujo, Renato Veiga, and Nuno Mendes. Silva is not here. Wow, Silva, that guy that plays for Benfica, is actually not on the list. Then for the midfielders, which is where I'm very, very much focused on, we have Samu Costa, Ruben Neves, Vitinha, João Neves, Bruno Fernandes, and Bernardo Silva. That's 6 midfielders for Portugal, though. Then for attackers, we have Rafael Leao, Conceição, Francisco Conceição, Pedro Neto, Trincao, Joao Felix, Gonzalo Guedes, Gonzalo Ramos, and the GOAT himself, Cristiano Ronaldo. So that's the squad list for Portugal for the 2026 World Cup. Yeah, Kobe. Thankfully, I have Kobe on the squad list for England. I think that's the only thing that Tuchel did that I actually like. Lots of the decisions he made there, I really do not like those decisions, honestly. Eric says, Alex Ferguson has and will always be the best and most successful football manager of all time. Yeah, the GOAT. Yeah, of course, Sir Alex for me is the greatest of all time. Then you can talk about Pep Guardiola. One thing most people fail to understand is staying at one place to succeed for a long time. It's actually the most difficult thing to do. That's why you see some managers, when they stay 5 years, 8 years, 10 years, they run away. They go elsewhere. Pep Guardiola had not stayed at a place for 10 years aside the Man City job. Barcelona, he stayed in Barcelona for like 3 to 4 years and left, went to Bayern. He stayed 3 seasons in Bayern, left, came to Man City. Surprisingly, in 2016 when he came to Man City, he spent 10 years already. We didn't see this coming that he was going to spend 10 years. So staying at a club for a long time, it's the most difficult thing. It's easier for you when you change environment and change locations, but staying at one place to be successful for long, build different teams in one club over and over again. Sir Alex did it several times. He built the first team around the early 90s, the 91-90 season. He did that, won the league titles. Later on, he built another squad. I think in the early 2000s, the 1999, 2005, 6, 2007, 8. He also built another squad. So it's actually not easy to build a successful squad for different generations. It's very, very difficult. Some people downplay how difficult that actually is. Yeah, for the Brazil squad, we had a couple of omissions. Yeah, I'm going to read out the Brazil squad. I'm just going to go through a couple of these squad lists for the FIFA World Cup. Now, for Brazil, we have Alisson in goal, Ederson, and Weverton. These are the 3 goalkeepers. Then for the defenders, Alexandro, Gleison, Brima, Danilo, Douglas Santos. Gabriel Magalhães, we have Ibanez, we have Leo Pereira, we have Marquinhos, we have Wesley. These are the defenders for the Brazilian national team. Then for midfielders, we have Casemiro, Bruno Guimaraes, Fabinho, Lucas Paqueta, Danilo Santos. Then for the attackers, there are lots of attackers there. We have Endrick, Gabriel Martinelli, Igor Thiago, Luis Henrique, Mateus Cunha, Neymar Jr., Rafinha, Vinicius Jr., and Ryan. So that's the squad list for the Brazilian national team. And a couple of notable names were left out though. Joao Pedro Bento, the goalkeeper of Al Nassr. That guy is actually rubbish. Then we have Andre Santos of Chelsea and Thiago Silva of FC Porto. And I also got the news that Silva is going to be leaving Porto at the end of the season. The season has already ended in Portugal, by the way, so he's leaving as a free agent. Real Madrid says, yeah, same, let's be honest, Messi is better, France squad. Nah, Messi for me is not better. Some people prefer Messi, other people prefer Ronaldo, so I go towards the angle of Cristiano Ronaldo for sure. Yeah, Kobe. The England squad. I don't know why they are wasting time to announce it. Yeah, I really don't know why. And Iskan says, let me be honest. He is called Mr. UCL for some reason. Well, you don't have to be honest. You're a Messi man. Arav Shama says Ronaldo, Sue. Yeah, Ronaldo, of course. And I'm very, very much happy that Ronaldo won the Saudi Pro League yesterday. Yeah, you can see the emotions. You can see how happy he is. This is to tell you how competitive Ronaldo is as an individual. He's won everything there is to win in club football. But you still see him celebrate a win. Celebrate winning the Saudi Pro League like it's the Champions League final that he won. Yeah, it's just to tell you how competitive Ronaldo is. Honestly, he's a fantastic player. Yo guys, let's get the likes up. Let's get the likes up. And if you're new to the channel, kindly subscribe. Arav Shama, which part of India are you from? Because from your name, I guess you're Indian. Arav Shama, which part of India are you from? Anishkan says, although I like Messi more, but as my second choice is always Ronaldo and Sir Alex, how can I hate him? Well, for me, my first choice is always Ronaldo. He comes first. Always Ronaldo. Real Madrid says, I'm huge CR7 and Madrid fan since 2016, but I accept Messi is the GOAT. Alberto says, Hala Madrid, Hala Manchester United. Is that a Belgium? No, not a Belgium flag. Okay, is that Indonesia, right? Is that an Indonesian flag? Alberto Jr. Anishkan says, those days in Man United, Sir Alex and Ronaldo. Real Madrid says, Man United from 2002 to 2008. Yeah, Man United, that period, Sir Alex, I think that was when he built his last squad, though. Yeah, the 2008 period was... I love the 2008 team. And that 2008 Champions League against Chelsea was mad. Amin Amiri Nejad says Al Nassr is champion. Yeah, Al Nassr are champions of the Saudi Pro League. Massive congratulations to Cristiano and Al Nassr. They did fantastic and they won it in style, by the way. They won 4-1 against Denmark. Very convincing win. Ronaldo got a brace. He scored 2 goals. One beautiful free kick. I did not expect him to score from that angle. Milton says, Noble, any thoughts on Pep finishing at City? Pep is leaving at the end of the season. He just has one more game as a City manager. He has one more game, and that game is going to be at the Etihad. So, I think he's going to get a proper farewell. He's going to get a proper farewell. And Enzo Maresca, we've already gotten a here we go on Enzo Maresca. Maresca will be confirmed, let's say, in the next couple of hours, probably before 48 to 72 hours. Enzo Maresca will be confirmed as the new Man City manager. Yeah, I think Enzo Maresca is going to be decent for them, though, but he cannot be Pep Guardiola. Pep is Pep. Arav Shama says, I'm from Fiji. Oh, Fiji. I thought you were Indian, because lots of Indians bear Shama, and Arab as well. Nice to have you. Which football team do you support, Shama? And have you subscribed already to the channel, Arav Shama? Real Madrid says, my 3 favorite clubs in football, Madrid, Man United, and PSG. Okay, that's a good combination. Anishkan says, congratulations on Ronaldo winning the Saudi League. Yeah, massive congratulations to the GOAT, Cristiano Ronaldo. Anishkan says, I wish Ronaldo can win the World Cup 2026. Yeah, he actually deserves to win the World Cup. And I think, yeah, it's very much going to be the wrap of his career if he wins the World Cup. Maybe he might retire immediately or wait for him to hit 1,000 goals. We don't know yet. Ahmad Hussein says, bro, you Nigerian? Yes, I'm a Nigerian. Real Madrid says, yo, Noble, are you in Nigeria or in China? I'm currently in China at the moment. Milton says, Maresca to be confirmed soon as City manager. Wow. Yes, and that was one of the main reasons why he had issues with the Chelsea board, because he was flirting with Man City while he was still managing Chelsea. They felt disrespected, and it also brought some disagreements with the coaching staff in terms of minutes to be given to players who just got back from injury and all that. So those disagreements all culminated to him leaving the Chelsea job, and he stayed out of the job for 5 months actually before he got the City job. He was actually vying for. Pep later confirmed that he was going to leave. I think Pep probably wanted to leave next year, but I think he had a second thought and was like, well, I think I've had enough. I've won the league 6 times in 10 years. Arsenal will very much likely win this year. So he was like, it's time to just tap out. And prior to the Bournemouth game, I think 2 days, was it 2 days or a day? I think a day before the Bournemouth game, we got news and it went viral on the internet that Pep Guardiola is going to leave Man City at the end of the season. Travis for Life says, I wouldn't be surprised if Gerrard, Lampard and Scholes get caps. You mean currently? Nah, they can't. But I really don't understand Thomas Tuchel's selection process. I really don't understand it, honestly. If you're going solely on your performance at club level, I think that is good. Yeah, it's good. If you're going for experience, then you have to specify, right? Because man, I still don't understand the rationale to leave Maguire out, Lewis Hall and Morgan Gibbs-White. I can understand the Foden one. I can understand the Cole Palmer one. Alexander-Arnold, not really much, but yeah, but these 3, Lewis Hall, Morgan Gibbs-White and Maguire, England doesn't have a creative midfielder. It's not like Maddison is in that team. No, England doesn't have a creative midfielder. It's a problem. Jude is not a creator. Dek is not a creator. So I really don't know what is Thomas Tuchel's plan. I don't know. Araf Shama says Real Madrid and Manchester United. Okay, nice to hear, bro. Nice to hear. Have you subscribed already to the channel, Ravan Shama? Araf Shama, sorry. Araf Shama, have you subscribed already to the channel? Real Madrid says that Moroccan girl boiled my blood. Which Moroccan girl? And Iskan says, actually, everyone was still celebrating in 2023 too. Ahmad Hussein says, France will win it, and unfortunately, dictator Mbappe will win Ballon d'Or. Nah, I don't think France will win the World Cup. I still maintain Portugal being my favorites to win it. Yeah, Portugal is my favorite to win the World Cup. Then we can look at Spain. Then we can consider France. I had England in number 3, but with the rubbish I'm seeing from Thomas Tuchel, nah, England is not going to go far the World Cup, honestly, because I know deep down in the minds and hearts of some of those players that have been selected, the senior players, they are not happy with the list. If you ask them questions now, without maybe just they need to go anonymous, you definitely see that lots of these players are not happy with Thomas Tuchel's decision. The likes of Harry Kane, maybe Saka, which other players? Declan Rice. These are, I'm looking at regulars now for the England national team. They are not going to be happy with this decision. Falah says, you don't graduate me. When is your graduation, Falah? Meeting says, at least Pep has won the FA Cup before he leaves. Yeah, Pep has, is it 3 FA Cups? Yeah, Pep Guardiola has 3 FA Cups, 5 Carabao Cup, 6 league titles, 3 Community Shield, 1 FIFA Club World Cup, 1 Super Cup, and which other trophy? He has total of 20 trophies. Maybe I'm missing one though, but Pep has 20 trophies. Real Madrid says, I still remember I was casually sitting in my room and suddenly I remember today's World Cup final when I saw scorecard 2-0 was the score. I thought Argentina will easily win. Then after 2 minutes. Ah boy. Solomon says, I hate Arsenal fans, bro. Well, you don't have to hate them. You should just focus on your team staying up, not getting relegated. I effing love you, Bournemouth says, MLS or Saudi, which is harder? Of course, it's the Saudi Pro League. Saudi Pro League is harder than the MLS, honestly. The Arsenal man that says he loves Bournemouth says, I just subbed. Thank you very much, bro, for subscribing. And massive congratulations to you guys for winning the Premier League. Yeah, it's been a long time, 22 years, and you guys actually did it. Yeah, the World Cup list is out for England. Let me see. The World Cup list is out. But I'm yet to get... I'm just seeing it from Sky Sports, but the official list is what I'm trying to get. I'm trying to get... Okay. Yeah, let me read out the list I can see here. England World Cup squad named: goalkeeper Pickford, Henderson, Dean Henderson, and James Trafford. Ooh. Then for defenders we have James, which is Reece James. Kwanzaa. Imagine Kwanzaa is going to the World Cup. Maguire is not going. Kwanzaa, Konsa, Stones, Gueye, O'Reilly, Bond, Spence, Livramento. John Stones that have not even played. Like it's this. I think Thomas Tuchel is just doing this based on players he actually likes, because John Stones hasn't played. I think in the last 10 games for Man City, Stones just played 1 game. And I think he didn't start that game. Yes, he didn't start it. And John Stones is going to the World Cup. Maguire has been playing for Man United for the past 3 or 4 months. Like steady. Apart from the 2-month injury he had, which he came back, I think, in January. And since January, Maguire has been consistent, playing very well. Well, let's move to the midfield. For midfield, we have Rice, Anderson, Elliot Anderson, Kobe Mino, Jordan Henderson, Morgan Rogers, Eze, Bellingham. Then for forwards, Saka, Madueke, Rashford, Gordon, Kane, Watkins, and Ivan Toney. Now for this attack, I think Cole Palmer, some people might say Cole Palmer should be there, but I don't think individually Cole Palmer has actually done enough this season to deserve a spot in the England World Cup list. But I think Jordan Henderson, in my opinion, I don't know what he's doing on that list. John Stones, I don't know what he's doing on that list. And Kwanzaa, Jet Spence, oh man, it's just crazy. The only left back he's going with is actually Nico O'Reilly. And Nico O'Reilly is not a natural left back, right? But he's been playing as a left back for Man City the whole season. Man. This England squad is scary. It's not scary in the positive way, like having a mad squad, but it's just scary in a very, very negative way. The team is not fully balanced. It's not well balanced. Anishkan says, believe me, they have already once stormed the Europe once in a Nations League. Who is that? Ahmad Hussein says, Anishkan, if you're talking about France France reaching the World Cup and absolutely the best squad with Spain to say has zero chemistry is crazy. Speak it up to coach to find best system. Now, I think that the French team is solid, but their main problem, in my opinion, is that defense. The French defense, for me, is rubbish. Upamecano, I do not rate him. He's a player that is filled with so many mistakes. So many mistakes. And I think it's the wrong decision to have the likes of Upamecano in that defense. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, Maguire excluded. Man United just put out a statement. Yeah, Luke Shaw also omitted from the World Cup squad. Yeah. Ah, man, it's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. The players left out. But God, this is really crazy. I'm still trying to wrap my head around it. What is the rationale for going with Reece James and you're not going with Arnold, right? Reece James has been injured for most part of the season. And Jarell Kwanzaa for Bayer Leverkusen. Jarell Kwanzaa is going to the World Cup ahead of Maguire. John Stones is also going to the World Cup ahead of Maguire. Stones hasn't played in the last 4 months. He's not played up to 3 games in the last 4 months. And you're going to the World Cup with him. Jet Spence. Honestly, this England squad list I'm seeing now is just so annoying. And there are no creative midfielders in that England squad. Now, look at the midfielders. I'm going to read the midfielders out again. Declan Rice. Elliot Anderson. Jude Bellingham. Jordan Henderson. Ebere Chieze. Morgan Rogers. Kobe Mino. I think the only creative midfielder in this midfield for England is Eze. And most times he doesn't play Eze there. He plays Eze on the left wing. So Morgan Gibbs-White, who is supposed to be the creator, right? He's left out. It's crazy. Cristiano? Okay. Cristiano Su says, hi sir, I am your fan. Alright, Cristiano, nice to have you on the channel. Where are you connecting from? And for those who are just joining for the first time, this is our daily morning show on Noble's View. Kindly hit the like button and subscribe. We do this every morning. We talk about football. We bring out football news to your doorstep. And we have a conversation about it. We started with the Cristiano Ronaldo triumph in the Saudi Pro League, where he lifted the Saudi Pro League title for the first time. It's been a long while for him. He's been pushing for it. He was emotional last night. He was crying, actually, tears of joy for him. And also, we went further to talk about the players omitted in the England squad. The likes of Harry Maguire, Luke Shaw, Morgan Gibbs-White, Lewis Hall, Phil Foden, Cole Palmer. Notable names left out. And finally, Alexander-Arnold. Lots of names left out of the England squad. And personally, I do think that it's a mistake from the coach. Yeah, because I really do not understand why you have some of these guys in that squad World Cup list. I honestly don't understand it. But it's Thomas Tuchel's decision. Whatever consequences come out of that, he's definitely going to take it. Yeah, he's definitely going to take it. But let's see. Cristiano Su says, I'm from... Is that Pakistan? Are you from Pakistan? No. Is it? Yeah, I think that's a Pakistani flag. Ahmad Hussein says, Rice is best midfielder in the squad by far, but he ain't a creator. Looking at performance this season, Rice and Morgan Rogers have been 2 players in that midfield that I would say are very, very outstanding. Elliot Anderson is, and Kobe Mino has played well in the last 5 months under Carrick. Yeah, but Henderson, I really don't get why Henderson is on that list and you dropped Adam Wharton. Adam Wharton is not on the list and Henderson is going. Jordan Henderson is going. There are just some decisions here that are just so baffling. I still try to understand what the reason is, but I really cannot wrap my head around it. Honestly, I can't, because it's very much surprising. Why are these guys out of the list? And the players you are using to replace them. Now, the only left back here is Nico O'Reilly. I know Livramento sometimes can play as a left back, but his best position is actually right back. So the only left back you have on that team is Nico O'Reilly. Ah, man. And Dan Burn. Okay, Dan Burn of Newcastle. Dan Burn. I think Dan Burn of Newcastle is better than, okay, Dunk. I thought it was Dunk. Okay, Dan Burn is good. But I think Ezri Konsa and John Stones, Maguire deserve the spot ahead of these guys. Especially John Stones, who has not even played games. I think Thomas Tuchel is just looking for players that he really likes, and he dropped a couple of other guys that deserve the spots there. Real Madrid says, stay single, stay happy, earn money, enjoy life. Real Madrid, which country are you connecting from? Aniskan says, that means Barcelona will be again down by Mourinho by his counter-attacking football. Yeah, Mourinho is going to destroy Barcelona. He's very good at that. Real Madrid says, but my right hand has lost all the strength. Why has your right hand lost all the strength? Well, let's see what is going to happen in the World Cup. I'll later tonight, like I said, guys, I'll be doing a show later tonight where we are going to talk about the player of the season, who is the worst signing of the season, who is the best performer, who is the most improved player. We are going to have all these discussions later tonight, guys. Yeah, I said it, today is Friday, so I'm going to do a show later tonight. We are going to talk about all these things because Sunday is the last game of the season, and we are going to go through who do you think is going to win the player of the season. Is it Bruno Fernandes? Is it Declan Rice? Is it David Raya? Or is it Gabriel Magalhaes? So we are going to go through all that, and like I said, signing of the season, flop of the season, most improved player, the best performing team as well. Which team shocked you the most? All these discussions, we are going to have them later tonight on the stream. So for those who are joining us for the first time, be ready and take part in the conversations we are going to have. It's going to be very interesting. I promise you, it's going to be very interesting. I'm not going to stay long on the stream. I have a couple of things I need to do. I have some businesses I need to go do. So I'm going to end the stream right now. But I'll see you guys later tonight. I'll try to go live earlier. Yeah, once I get back. It should be around 7 p.m. or 8 p.m. So, but I will definitely set the timer for the stream so you guys can actually see it. Yeah, and so guys, thank you very much for the support, and please, if you are new to the channel, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Take care, guys.